The news summary, good evening. The Supreme Court has extended the period for detention of Mr. and Mrs. Valabji's property for a further 60 days. However, this is subjected to the determination of the objections by the Valabji couple, which have not yet been filed.
In court this morning, the police had requested an extension of the detention order after the first 60-day period ordered by the court had expired. Again in court this morning, Mr. and Mrs. Valabji filed their written arguments in support of earlier application regarding use of access road and other incidental matters in respect of the detained property. Commissioner of Police, represented by the Attorney General's office, has asked for time to file their written arguments in response to the Valabji's arguments. The parties will be back in court on the 25th of this month to decide on all these matters.
One of the biggest cruise ships arrived in Seychelles this afternoon. The ship MSC Orchestra is the second ship entering the country during the cruise ship season, which began in October. There are approximately 1,600 passengers on board and 800 crew members, which represents almost half of its capacity, or even 3,000 passengers. The boat is 294 meters long and is occupying the entire port. MSC Orchestra will leave Seychelles tomorrow at 7 p.m. for Port Louis, Mauritius. Another 18 ships will be arriving in Seychelles during this season, which ends in April next year. Over the last week, dead fish have been found washing up on shore in the northern region of Mahé. Perseverance and Beauvallon have been particularly affected. SFA suspects that this occurrence is due to an algae bloom. Head of the Department of Fisheries Research at SFA, Rodney Govinden, claims that algae bloom can suffocate small fish due to the lack of oxygen in the water, along with toxins produced by the algae. SFA said that the algae bloom holds no danger to people, but is discouraging people from collecting or attempting to eat the dead fish. The SBC has confirmed that it will broadcast live 28 out of 64 matches of the 2022 FIFA World Cup, which kicks off on Sunday, the 20th November in Qatar. According to the contract signed with FIFA, SBC did not get to pick which matches it will be able to broadcast, as FIFA made the selections with emphasis on African countries who have qualified to participate in the competition. SBC's coverage will start with the opening ceremony, followed by the inaugural match between host nation Qatar and Ecuador, and will end with the final match on the 18th of December. The matches will be aired on SBC2. The Cabinet of Ministers met at State House today, and Vice President Ahmed Afif led this week's meeting.
The ministers were given updates on an agreement between the Election Commission of India and that of Seychelles for cooperation in electoral management and administration. The agreement will involve exchange of experiences and expertise between the two commissions that will lead to using best practices to improve the election process. The Cabinet also approved the amended Excise Tax Bill 2022, a revised bill that includes issues raised in the National Assembly. During today's meeting, Cabinet approved the Seychelles Postal Services joining the Southern Africa Postal Operators Association. This will allow the local postal services staff to learn from other regional postal operators through sharing of knowledge and exposure. It will also help Seychelles Postal Services to adjust to the changes in mail delivery, diversify its business to meet its customers' e-commerce needs, and adopt the latest technological requirements for postal operations to offer a good quality of service and comply with Universal Postal Union regulations. Cabinet approved amendments to the Seychelles Revenue Commission's Strategic Initiatives 2023 to 2025. The SRC's intention is to modernize the whole organization and create a tax system that is fit to meet changing demands and address its existing and future challenges. The new strategic plan aims to react to the rapid growth of information and communication technology and increasing public expectations for superior customer service. The new strategic plan will be launched on the 2nd of December this year.
Parents who have child patients undergoing hospital and medical treatments will be able to benefit from emotional support provided by the Liam's Rainbow Foundation. The NGO launched its first activity with a basic training course in counseling for its members, who will be providing emotional support to children undergoing medical treatments. The charity was founded by Erica Rangasamy in memory of her son Liam Rangasamy, who died in August at the age of 7 from a brain tumor.
Our vision is to put the emotional needs of the children first, bringing joy where there is sadness, bringing light into the darkness for children aged 17 years or less. So our mission is to support children emotionally whilst they are undergoing treatment and to help them to live one day at a time and living life to the fullest despite their condition. We want to help children understand how to allow their medical treatment to be applied through play and appropriate support and thus facilitate their medical journey. So our objective is to show love and support, bring joy and happiness, give children comfort, reduce stress and anxiety during their hospital stay.
That's it for the news summary. We'll be back at 8 for the Creole News. Bye-bye for now.